Hi, I'm Mark from Maxava. I'm going to present some information about our products.
Maxava HA Release Update, August 2022. Enhancements. Support for larger object limits within a library. Many functions within the Maxava HA software retrieve object lists from libraries via the IBM I QUSL OBJ API. This works well when the object totals are less than 350,000. Some larger object counts have been encountered, so the retrieve has been enhanced to use the Open List of Objects QGYOL-OBJ API, which removes the object total limitation. A lot of the objects were encountered running the audit functionality. Performance improvements for MX Work RPL, MX Work STS, and the MX Retrieve config commands for MQ configurations relations. Performance when retrieving the status of an MQ configuration has been significantly improved when using the MX Work Status or MX Retrieve config commands. As a byproduct, the performance of the MX Work RPL when an MQ configuration exists has also been significantly improved. Managing damage of an autonomics data queue. Sometimes system failures can cause damage to the Maxava HA autonomics related data queues. With a damaged state, the work with Maxava data queues functions from the tools would fail and cannot be used. This enhancement will now allow the display to be used and highlight the damage of a data queue. If you encountered a related damaged Maxava autonomics data queue, it can be deleted. The next activation of the autonomics batch job will recreate the missing data queue object. Autonomics performance improvements. The autonomics function on the production system consists of two jobs. The PatrolMax job performs the validation functions before passing the process to the processing queues and also various logging actions. There is a drip feed value that artificially slowed the process. This has now been removed, allowing the faster passing of the processing to the processing queues from PatrolMax. Configuration Summary Report. In a prior Maxava HAPTF, the Protection Library Summary Report was made available by the Maxava HA reporting command, MX-HA-RPT. The latest enhancements has added the Maxava HA Configuration Summary Report to the MX-HA-RPT command. The Configuration Summary Report lists each configuration showing information such as activation date, number of held objects, number of objects for review, apply and receive backlogs, estimated clearance time for any backlogs, and other details. In addition to the summary line, the report may also include specific messages for the configuration. If the configuration batch jobs are in message wait, the status is highlighted in the report. As well as if remote journaling is inactive, this will be highlighted. Content and description last run dates will be shown. If they have not been run or older than 10 days, these will also be highlighted in the report. Note, more reporting is planned for future PTF packages. With the enhancement to the MX-HA-RPT command, if you prompt the command, you'll have the original *lib-sum for the library summary, and you'll now have the new *cfg-sum configuration summary. When you run the job, you'll get a spool file. The spool file will show you the configuration related details. At the top of the report, you'll get the current Maxava PTF level and your current license key expiry date. It will then list each of the configurations and the configuration types. It will show you the status. If you window to the right, you'll also see additional details. Inside the summary report, you'll see the configurations, you'll see the remote journal statuses, you'll also see the details of when audits were run, or in this case when audits have not been run for an extended period of time. The difference between being primary configurations and backup configurations will also determine what details are presented in regards to hold or other statuses of the assignments. Enhancements. Check required authority to run the SRS session. The user issuing the SRS process must have at least *all object and *secadmin authority. An authority check has been added to validate that the correct settings are being used. If the authority check fails, the message MAX1235 is sent to QSOS message queue, indicating that an authority validation check has failed, and the SRS start request will end the current requested job. Other items addressed in this PTF. Authority list entry support for generic change. This has now been corrected to allow the support of changing authority lists as a generic named entry. Manage triggers and constraints after a resync of a file. During the resync process, the triggers and constraints file validation that Maxava stores is now refreshed immediately. Divide by 0 issue with a configuration status. For new or updated configurations with little or no backup journal entries, the calculation details were not correctly supported. This is now corrected. Autonomics pointer error. Some tasks related to IFS were causing autonomics to have errors in PatrolMax. This has now been corrected. MCH1604, damage for the data queue MX Patrol command queue. The PatrolMax job will now see a damage for the object, and it will delete and correct and recreate the object via the PatrolMax job automatically. Please refer to the cover letter for more details. The features mentioned in the video are available from the following Maxava HA software versions by installing the PTF listed below. Thank you for your time.